Okay, so the home remodeling continues. We're painting the garage today. We're installing the floor in the basement this weekend for Father's Day, and there's construction mess all over. But one nice thing is driving my little car to work. Hopefully it runs. I'm pretty sure it will. And it's painted, it's restored, and as long as it doesn't blow up or break down, it should be good, right? It's predicted to be almost 100 degrees today, and you can see by the red hot flames on this little Subaru 360 that it's going to be hot. Hot driving the car, hot weather, and we've got my I've got my friend in the back seat who looks nonplussed. Are you plussed? What are you doing? You're so funny. She's waiting for a squirrel very patiently. We've got our vent open. Our air conditioning is turned on, you might say, and we're ready to fire this thing up. And it's so nice today. Let's see if it will. Okay. Hope it doesn't smoke out the neighbors. Let's give it a little choke. There we go. Let's roll our window down. There we go. Let's find the gear. Take the brake off. What do you think, Still? Gonna go to work? It's not smoking too bad. Not smoking hardly at all. Come on, baby, let's keep running. All right, look at that day. Let's hit the road. Ooh, nice. That's awesome. Thanks, Still. Did you find a squirrel? Such a beautiful day, but our gas gauge is reading a little low. I think we're going to stop and get a little fuel. Fill up this Subaru 360 with super. I'm feeling like the car needs a treat. What do you think? You need a treat still? Wow, gas is $4.19 a gallon. I guess you got to pay to play. We're going to get super. And Stella, you got to stay in the car. Where do you think you're going to go? You stay in there. Let's fill it up. So in Oregon, you're actually not allowed to pump your own fuel, but if you have a special car or motorcycle, they will allow it. It's against the law. It was pretty thirsty. That took 5 gallons. That's a lot for a Subaru. I think these tanks are only 5 gallons, so I was really low. I'm glad we got some gas. That's better. Now we got a full tank. We're screaming. We're at work. Stella's happy. She gets to find something to chase. And I love driving this little car. But we've got lots of other cars to work on today, so stay tuned. We'll see what we can work on. It's going to be a great day. All right, so we made it to work safely. Our Subaru 360 is now tucked into its little spot here at the shop and is out of the sun and the rain. And what are we working on now? We got the tire braking machine. This is the machine that breaks the tire breaker or breaks down the tires, whatever you may say or think. We've got our Vespa 400 microcar here on the lift. We're doing some improvements to that. E-brake cables, e-brake installation. It's never had a working e-brake, and new rear wheel cylinders and new front tires. So right now we're working on the front tires, and you can see I've got one of the front tires, the old front tires, on the stand here, and it's a 165. You can see the rubber that's cut here. It's been rubbing on the fender, and also the difference between the 145 and the 165. The difference is very apparent in the thickness. It's about 2 inches thinner. 165, 145. So we're putting some 145s on. I like those ones the way they look. They're nice and fat and thick, but not if I rub, and they've been rubbing a lot. So we're going to put this new fresh rubber on the car, just like we have right here. This has got a brand new tire on it and a new tube. And this is the first thing to get going. Got to get it off the lift to get customer cars in here today. Okay, we got a little water bug back on its feet, and we got our new tires on, and I'm feeling my fenders here to see if I'm going to lean on the fender. Hopefully I don't smash my fingers. I think I got more room. Try this side. I had a severe tire rubbing problem. I'm going to lean on the fender. Oh, it's a little tight there. Pinch my fingers a little bit. I hope it doesn't rub. We'll have to see when we get her all back up and rolling. All right, next car. This one's got to get out. All right, so we moved our personal Vespa microcar hot rod out of the shop, and now we're working on customer cars. Who couldn't love a beautiful little Isetta? Look at this little baby blue thing. So pretty, so gorgeous. So this is a car I did a video on a few months ago. It's had a chronic charging problem. Supposedly, it came from a museum and was sold into private hands, and of course he wants to drive it, and the charging system doesn't work. So I had to get an Isetta Dynastart rebuilt, send in a core. Took a while, took a couple months. So I think I've got those parts now, and we can work on this car. So with that being said, let's make our way over to the Isetta parts department. We're going to have to pass up all these microcars under sheets here. Pay no attention to them at all. There's 4 or 5 of them in here. But we're going to go to this stack of shelves. And if you see here, it says Isetta. And what do we got? We've got an Isetta core engine in this box. We've got an Isetta door seal in this box. Isetta crank with a steel rod in that box. And oh, we're getting close. What do we got here? Rebuilt Dynastart. That's what we want. Let's grab that. And then I noticed that there's an extra voltage regulator. That's cool. I might need that. Okay. Parts department has come in handy. Super handy. Okay, let's get the hood open. Whoops. Okay, so we got the hood up or off on our little Isetta, and not too many people are used to working on these things, so we've got to go over a couple of details first about parts identification. First of all, if you want to work on an Isetta, you need this book. Written by John Jensen. It is fabulous. It is the best workshop manual, I think, ever. I actually have 2 copies of that. Okay, so this car has a charging problem. It doesn't charge like it should. I'm probably 80% sure the Dynastart has an issue. The Dynastart is located right here. This is the main power current cable that comes from the Dynastart and to the Dynastart. So the battery supplies power to rotate the engine, and then once the engine gets to 1200 RPM, it changes from a starter to a generator, and it starts producing power to charge the battery. That's not happening on this car. So a couple things. What does a Dynastart look like? Well, here's another fun Isetta part. That's a Guibo, and that's broken. That's a drive shaft connection. I do have a bunch of broken Issettas. This is a Dynastart. Look at this. This is like Christmas morning. This is a freshly rebuilt and tested Dynastart. There's a fella here in the United States who does this. This is the power post, so it should be like this on the car, and it's just beautiful. Look at all those new magnets and brushes and field coils, and it's brand new, or as close to being new as possible. It's rebuilt, tested, and it's going to go on this car. So you need a few special tools to pull the end of the crankshaft apart and get in there, and we're going to do that. That'll probably be in the next video. So that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. Check the next video for how we fix this Isetta, and have a great day. We're really, really, you can't have a bad day when working on a cute little bubble car like this. I feel blessed and honored. Thanks for watching.